What's up, my lovely Reese Cups? Welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. So you guys, as you see in today's video, I am going to be doing a tutorial on how to fix lifting and put a nail on a nail bed. Well, a bed with no nail. So first, what you want to do is make sure you pull everything up that's lifting. You do not want to have anything lifting because that will create air bubbles in the nail, and then it will eventually make the whole nail pop off, or you will continue to have lifting. So once you get all the lifting off, you want to dehydrate the nail and get all the shiny areas on the nail and behind where the cuticle is at, because you do not want any cuticle skin there because that will cause lifting. So you just want to make sure you take your sander bit to get all that. And then the nail that doesn't have, well, the finger that doesn't have a nail, you want to just put your e-file on a low speed and just kind of go back and forth on that little bit of nail that's there, but not too much, because it's only a little bit. You don't want to overfile it, just so that the nail has something, the acrylic has something to stick to. So now, to just top it off, I'm going to take my cuticle ball and I'm going to make sure I push back the cuticle a little bit as I file all the dead cuticle away, because you want to get rid of all that, because that will cause lifting if you do not get rid of all of that. This is like my replacement for a cuticle pusher, so I don't have to use that or do that step with the cuticle pusher, because this worked the same way. It actually works better because it's pushing the cuticle back and getting rid of all the dead cuticle. Make sure you dust very, very well, because dust can cause lifting. You don't want any dust on your nails when you dehydrate them and put the primer on. And don't forget to go check out my website at REESLIFESTYLE.com, right there. So then the next step is to dehydrate the nails. I use 99.9% alcohol and just spray the nails. It works the same as regular dehydrator. So then after that, I go ahead and I take my primer and I apply a little bit to the nail bed. You don't want to get it on the skin, or you don't want to put too much on the nail bed, because that can cause lifting also. And then once I'm done with this step, I'm going to go ahead and do her fill in. And if you all are wondering how she lost her whole nail, well, she said when it came off, it did not hurt. So that's commonly known as onycholysis. It's basically a nail condition where it's painless, but the nail detach from the nail bed, and it usually starts at the tip of the nail, and it can come from daily tapping, having long fingernails, or like if you just like tap your nails, little trauma, like you hitting your nails against the table or the wall or something, like just daily stuff that can happen with having long nails. And that usually can happen to people who, well, mostly happen to people who wear long nails. I don't know if anybody ever experienced this before, but it's not nothing bad, and it's mostly common, to be honest, in people who wear long nails, and sometimes even people with shorter nails too. So as you all see, as I place my last bead by the cuticle, I try to be just a tad bit above the cuticle, so I will not get any acrylic on the cuticle, because you want to stay like not as far back, but just a little far back from the cuticle, just so you won't have any lifting, because putting acrylic on the cuticle or just too close can cause lifting. So you want to just stay just a tad bit above the cuticle, not too much to where you feel like, okay, this looks like it need a fill in, but just a little bit. Just try not to touch the cuticle. And I know you all are probably wondering why she has so much lifting. This is like the second time I want to say she had lifting in a long time. And it's common sometimes when people switch medicines, the things that they do on a daily basis, how they like handle their nails, what products you use, how you switch it up, anything. It could be anything. So you just want to make sure you pay attention to all that, because like on certain people I can use Tammy Taylor, on certain people I can use Valentino products, on certain people I can use D&D products or OPI products. So you just want to pay attention to that and making sure that your application is very good and you're doing step by step what you need to do as far as dehydrating and priming. Because guys, to be honest, I rarely have clients who have lifting. Like, that is not an issue for me. I do beloved nails, and she dips her hands in oil every day, which is the butter sauce, and she do not have lifting that often. So yeah, just make sure you pay attention to all those steps, and you know, it take time. So now when I do this nail, I'm going to use a nail form. I feel like it worked best because I mean, I really don't have nowhere to put the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and try to fit the nail form on her finger just as good as I can. I tried to get it under those little two sides that's sticking up the nail that's there, and I just make sure it's snug tight. So when you have a client like this with no nail bed, you want to make sure you make the nail that you're putting on her finger just a tad bit shorter than the other nails. So I'm going to go to a level 4 with this nail because I don't want it to be too long, because there's barely any nail there to hold this acrylic. And by the way, this nail stayed on for a good 2 weeks before she told me that it came off. So that's very good for someone who doesn't have a nail on their nail bed. So after I put my little glitter and money signs on the nail, I'm going to cover this nail with clear to encapsulate my glitter and my money signs, because when I file, I do not want to take none of this stuff off. So you want to make sure you always encapsulate it with clear. So now I'm going to take my small to medium nail grip, and I'm going to go from side to side, barely touching the back of the cuticle with this bit, because this bit can cut your client, so you want to be very careful. And I have it on not too high of a speed, maybe I want to say 15 RPMs, I think. So you want to make sure it's on 15 to 20 RPMs, just depending on how good you are with the drill. Just you want to get a little practice before you get it that high. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to file her nails down. And when I file down the nail that I had to attach to her skin, I'm going to be very careful with that, because it's barely hanging on the nail and you don't want to hurt your client, so you want to be very gentle. So I actually turned the e-file down a little bit more, just so I won't hurt her and I can get this nail very good. And by the way, this is like her fourth time getting a fill in with these nails. These nails are so cute. Like, she don't even want to take them off. Like, and I barely want her to take them off, but it's time for a different set. However, if you want to see how I accomplished this money look with these little cute little decals of dice and cards, click the card up top and watch that video, and you can see how I accomplished these money nails. They're very, very, very cute. They was so cute when I did them, and they still look good. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my Valentino no wipe gel, and I'm going to give these nails a pretty gloss, and then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds in my Kiara Sky lamp. And then I'm going to, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, when you have clear nails with encapsulation, you want to make sure you get the gel underneath the nail too, just to give it a super glossy glass finish. But however, once you get out of this lamp, girl, you back. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all learned something from this. So if you did, please comment below and give this video a big thumbs up. See you all in the next video. Love you. Mwah.